Hey folks, welcome back to Biscuits Total War, and first of all and always, thank you for coming by, thanks for checking out the video, thanks for checking out the channel. Today we've got some more great Rome Total War action. This is going to be another 3 versus 3 31k rolls on the grassy flatlands. And I'm playing as the Scipii, and I have brought my standard build, which consists of 6 Praetorian Cav, 2 Archers, 1 Legionary first cohort, and the rest Urbans. I'm going to be playing alongside Malta, and Malta has brought 1, 2, 3 Archers, 4 Praetorian Cav, and the rest Urbans. And then last but not least, we've also got household name legend, that is Mohamed, who is playing as the Scipii, no, the Senate even, and he's brought 13 Urbans, no, 13 Urbans, 1 Legionary first cohort, and then the rest Praetorian Cav. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be fighting up against 3 great players. We have got SR, we have got GREEK-ANTIOXO and IoW EsraX playing. Now EsraX is using the Spartans, and he's gone for I believe 16 Spartans and roughly 4 Cretans. Antiochos has gone for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cav units, and then the rest Royal Pikemen. And then we have a look at SR. SR's got plenty of archers as always. I believe he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 archers, some infantry units, Legionary first cohort as his general, and then he's gone for 6 Praetorian Cav. Now with this replay, it's going to start off to be a lot of skirmishing going on, because a lot of archers go battling it out. What we wanted to do was try and thin out some of these archers before we actually engage. Now with, let's have a look over here, with good old what's his face, Mohamed, is really strong when it comes to using his Romans against the Spartans. So what else is going on? To be honest, I wasn't really paying too much attention to what Mohamed was doing. I thought potentially he'd have it wrapped up, because he's good at Pela, he's good at just getting in there and just destroying the enemy. Not sure how he does it all the time, but I had faith in Mohamed in winning this battle. So I was really just kind of concentrating on taking my time with SR, thinking I'd just push forward. If I can try and take out his general, his infantry and his cav, you know, I should be able to take on this little wing here and win it. Especially if I just take my time and don't really try and rush anything. In the meantime, with Malta, with the Julii unit, we were hoping that she'd just get in close, throw the Pela, whittle down the old Macedonians. Once we've done that, we should be able to beat the Macedonians in a 1-to-1 fight with our infantry, because our infantry at the end of the day is better than the Royal Pikemen. So I'm pushing my infantry forward. I've split them into 2 flanks. What I don't want to happen is that SR sends any of these arch units around the flank, because if he does that, a few of my guys will die. Now for some reason my archers were glitching, they decided to run away off the battlefield. They are running back, but they are going to be tired by the time they actually get back into where I want them to go. But in the meantime over here we can see Mohamed's doing a good job in whistling down these Spartans. Spartans are out of formation here, so what he needs to do is just try and come around the flanks here, try and kill as many of these guys as possible. I'm going to peel off a couple of my cav units in a second, send them over here to support, so we can just try and take out a few of these Spartans, maybe try and destroy a few if they've got their backs turned to us. But Mohamed's taking his time, he's being methodical, he's not wasting his units, and he should be able to take on these Spartans just bit by bit. Again, in my infantry units, I'm just moving them forward slowly. I'm conscious of these archers here. They're shooting at me, but they're shooting a square on, which is absolutely fine, because I've only lost, what, about 4 or 5 Urbans. They're in loose formation at the moment, but these archers have already used quite a few volleys of their archer fire. And at the end of the day, they're only going to have 30 volleys of archers, arrows even. Once those 30 volleys or 30 shots have been used up, they're going to be pretty much useless. So over here we've got Mohamed. He's still pushing forward. He's still trying to get these Spartans out of formation, using his testudo. As you can see, these Spartans are out of formation. So to try and counter that, the Spartan player is going to have to try and always press backspace, make sure his planks are down, and once his planks down he should be able to beat them, because if he takes his guys out of guard mode he should be able to just advance slowly forward. Now Mohamed's going to get his infantry, and again just moving around the side here, just trying to peel these Spartans apart. He wants to cause big gaps. If these gaps can start to open up, then he should be able to use his urbans with their supremacy when it comes to outmaneuvering Spartans to try and get around the back and just kill as many of these guys as we can. So that's exactly what he's done here. He's peeled this Spartan, these urban cohorts around the back, and now he's attacking here, which is really nice. My two Praetorian cav are now coming around the back here to try and support, and my plan was to try and get them around here so I can cause a little hammer and anvil upon these guys. But if you have a look here, SR has seen that, and SR is going to use his cav to try and support and try and push back my cav from coming to attack. I'm going to get my guys into an angle. I'm going to charge these guys over here. Now what I was going to do with these guys is try and cause, or try and hopefully get this army of cav trying to attack my units and buy me time just to charge in my cav, then charge back out. So I was pretty happy with that. I stopped, but I should have really turned this cav unit around to come and attack. I've put them into guard mode. Once I had them in guard mode, I was going to use my cav over here to try and do a hammer and anvil strike upon these Brutii units. But as I'm doing that, as you can see over here, the enemy read my mind, and now they're going to charge in their units to come support. So now I'm going to peel off that cav unit and use that cav unit to come around the back here and try and do a little hammer and anvil strike, try and kill a couple of these Spartans, because we've got all of these urbans here, but we really want to try and finish them off as much as we possibly can. So we're going to charge into the back of this unit here, and hopefully we can cause a little rout. And we have caused no rout, unfortunately. We caused one rout, but that wasn't down to me, so bit of a blunder there. In comes the companion cav, and then they're going to do a counter charge here. Done a lot of damage to the SPQR unit. The SPQR unit is still in the thick of it. Over here we can see the Spartans still haven't been diminished. They're still doing really well, and I was really conscious about these companion cav coming around the back here and doing a lot of damage. So I'm going to use my cav here just to try and snag up some of these companion cav, because just check out all of these companion cav and Spartans now. They're trying to hammer all of these urban cohorts. I've pulled in my cav here. In comes Mohamed with his infantry units to try and do a bit of damage. Again, we're just trying to use our infantry over here to try and take out as many of these guys as possible. But in the meantime, what's happened is, you can see Malta's now coming with a little cav strike here. So Malta's doing some damage here against SR. What I'm going to do is a really high risk maneuver, but I want to try and rout and try and finish it off all of these Brutii units. So I want to charge my cav straight into this urban cohort here. I want to try and snag up this general here, because again the general is going to be on this side. I want to try and kill this general here. I've snagged him up. I'm going to charge in my cav here, and once that cav has gone through the lines of these Brutii units, it's going to cause a rout, and because of that I've got a nice little rout here of the Brutii units. That general should be killed. Yeah, I ran through all of my cav straight through that unit, and that general unit is now routing. It's now dead. So what I need to do is get all of my units over here. I peel them over here to try and support and try and kill as many of these units as possible. Now Malta really needs to try and push forward aggressively against all of these units here, so we can try and sandwich all of the Macedonian units. Over here, in comes Mohamed with a cav strike. He's trying to kill this general here. Now I was really surprised about the Spartans. They've managed to hold against all of this weight, and to be honest I thought the Spartans were going to be absolutely mass routed, but just check out the Spartan This Spartan is still in the thick of it. All of these Cretan archers are in here, but yet these Cretan archers are causing these Senate units to actually rout, which is, you know, nuts considering that really Mohamed should have won that duel, but unfortunately, the legionary first cohort is now starting to rout, and all of these other units now starting to rout. And literally all that's in here, we've got one Brutii cav, a bunch of Greek archers, and a couple of Spartans. Now I'm charging in all of my infantry here. What I want to try and do is get the backs of these units here. What I thought was going to happen is that Malta would charge in with his infantry. I'm guessing his guys are in guard mode because they're not aggressively pushing forward, plus they're keeping their shape. Really they want to be attacking the backs of these Macedonians, because the Macedonians now turn around to face me. My guys are getting snagged up, and as you can see the Macedonians are really now coming around the sides here, really pushing in and really hemorrhaging all of my urbans here. So I'm going to try and pull my urbans back out, and just check out these Julii units. These Julii units now starting to rout. Really surprised about this. I don't know what kind of upgrades the Spartans had, but the Spartans are doing really well considering they're not aggressively pushing forward. They're holding back. Look, this one Spartan unit is holding back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Julii units. Now my guys, yes, had all got clustered, but the reason why I charged them in there, I thought potentially the Julii would push forwards here and we could just mass rout these Macedonians. But unfortunately that wasn't the case, so I've had to pull back my urbans here. Again, this Brutii general has come back into the mix of things. I've killed him again. Hopefully he's not going to come back. And now I'm going to charge in my infantry here. But unfortunately my infantry is now tired. They're not going to fight as efficiently as they once did. Yes, I'm going to try and charge through these pikes, but what's going to happen is that I'm going to charge through. My guys are going to be tired, but the Julii just aren't there in numbers. The Julii should have really been there a bit quicker. Unfortunately what that means is that my guys now going to start to rout. The time my guys start to rout, the Macedonians can now turn around and now face the Julii, because the Julii are now going to be the threat. My guys won't be the threat. In comes the Macedonian cav strike, and that's going to cause my general to rout. The minute he routs, the rest of my infantry units are going to bite the dust. And if we have a look at Mohamed's units have all gone. Really was surprised about that. I thought he was going to win that, especially when that cav strike came in there. Maybe just timed that slightly off, because I believe his cav got snagged upon those Spartans. But again, we all make mistakes. Mohamed is a pretty damn decent Rome Tour to War player. It shows you everyone is human, everyone makes mistakes. And unfortunately, you know, he lost there. But just check out all of these Spartans that are left. Now, the Spartans have done really, really well here, considering they didn't really play too aggressively. They almost played quite defensively. Almost reminds me of the game style that Lucius plays. If you remember that guy, he was in the Heaven clan and then went on to the COH clan. He played with the Greeks, so played a bit defensively, which is always interesting to play and see. But yeah, well played to the enemy. I really thought we had that, especially when I mass routed a bunch of SR's infantry on this flank here. When that Brutii started to collapse, and I thought Mohamed had it on his wing, but it just shows you how a couple little errors here and there can cost you the battle. So as always, folks, you know, I really enjoyed this one. It was pretty damn tight, but the enemy, you know, they played really well, so hats off to them. The better team won at the end of the day. They're just mopping us up at the moment. I'm using my general here just to kill a few little units, try and get some revenge kills against all of these Greeks that cost me the game. My units here is going to try and kill a couple of these guys. He's now dead. I'm going to throw in the towel, and that is an average defeat, but certainly not an average battle. I really enjoy that one. Kill count, I got 1600. Mohamed sadly only got 1000 kills. Malta nearly 1400. And then if you look at the enemy, SR 1200. The Greeks 1400, and again Macedonians 1400. So really well played. Some nice little cav strikes there with the Macedonian cav, and really well done with the Greek Spartans. It really did clear up a lot of the Julii units. So as always, folks, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video. As always, please show your support for the channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Always appreciate your comments. Really kind of energizes me to make more Rome Total War videos. So I'll see you guys soon, and thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Bye now.